you had the experience of competing against Soren Stark-Chessa in high school, competing against a biological male who you competed against, who beat you in events. You had to compete directly against this boy. Tell us about that experience and how that shaped your experience in sports and of course, your drive to be involved in politics.
Yeah, that definitely was a major event of my high school competitive career. I was running in the MPA when Soren was still competing in the boys' races, and then I was running in the MPA for a few years while Soren was in my races. I think I'm a year older, so when I graduated, I think Soren is still in high school at the moment, and yeah, it definitely had its difficult moments. Races are really emotional in general. You know, you've put everything into this moment. There's a lot going into it. I'm a big crier in general. I usually cry at the end of a race for all the emotions, happy and sad. And I think that was definitely an added component of emotion. It was difficult, definitely feeling the disappointment of not getting an award or an accolade that I would have gotten otherwise if I was, 11th in the region and top 10 got all region.
Sure.
But I think it was even more difficult watching other female athletes miss out on opportunities because, at the end of the day, the awards were never why I was there. It's still not why I run. I run for the joy of it, for the team aspect, for bettering myself. So, I can only care so much about a medal, but watching another female athlete that's a lot better than me, miss out on a much bigger title, or in cross country, only the top 30 athletes from the conference get to go on to state. So watching number 31 not get to run at the state championship that she earned to go to, those were really difficult moments. It was also really hard watching that negative energy be brought into our race days because I think female distance running, I can only speak for Maine because that's the only place I've competed, but it's one of the most loving, wonderful environments. I mean, most kids compete in sports and the energy of the competitors, right? It's sometimes hostile or angry, and that's just not my experience as an athlete. You can race a girl for miles in the woods or around the track and you're trying to beat each other. You're competitors. You've never met each other before, and at the end of the race, the first thing you do is give each other a hug, right? Even no matter who ended up winning.
Sure.
And I've made lifelong friends through doing that over and over again because you're proud of each other. You both just gave it all you had. And that has for years been my experience as a female distance runner. And so it was very frustrating watching that space be contaminated in a way by angry and negative energy that was brought in from both parties in that way.